Hey guys, Gordon Tyler here, gonna play a 1750 point game of Warhammer 40k. Today we have my Astra Militarum facing off against Tyler's Tyranids. We're not doing super competitive list, just wanted to kind of fool around a bit. So this is what I brought. First we'll start off with my HQ, being Colonel Ironhand Strachan and his company command squad. I brought with him 3 plasma gunners and a medic and the astropath. Also in the HQ slots I brought all these fools, 3 priests, 2 psychers, both mastery level 2, and a tech priest engineer with melt-a-bombs. Then behind him are my elites, a squad of 5 Bulgrins, the Bone Ed, and another Bulgrin upgraded to have a Brute Shield and a Power Maul. For troops, I have 3 squads of veterans, all in Chimeras, 2 of which have 2 plasma guns. The 3rd squad has 2 Melt-A-Guns. For my heavy support, I brought 1 Manticore and a squad of 2 Wyverns. They're all just stock with their heavy flamers. And then my fast attack being 1 Vendetta. So that is 1750 points of Astra Militarum.
Alright, so here's my 1750 point list of Tyranids. So, brought my new Hive Tyrant. See there, he killed an Ultramarine. Ultramarines in this game. So I got my Tervigon with Crushing Claws and Electroshock Grubs. Hive Tyrant kitted out with the Twin Link Devours, Electroshock Grubs, Psychic Powers. He got Onslaught, he got Catalyst and Psychic Screams, so that could be useful. Got my Hausprex. I brought this, so just kind of brought a few fun units to play with after the tournament. I brought 2 separate Venom Tropes, 3 Hive Guard. The Zone Thrope in the back got the Horror. I brought 3 Ripper Swarms, a unit of Warriors with Barb Strangler and Devours, and 5 Gene Stitches to see if I can steal an objective. And I brought 15 Gargoyles, and then I brought 2 Carnifexes. Get my words mixed up with the Twin Link Devours each. I don't have them all magnetized, so that just represents 2 sets in each one. And then my Tyrannofex with Acid Spray and Electroshock Grubs. So it's 1750 points of Tyranids. Quick edit, I forgot a unit of Ripper Swarms, which I threw up there. So if you're watching this and thought, hey, here's 5 elites and only 3 troops, there we go. So that's legal now. Alright, so we're playing Purge the Alien, Hammer and Anvil deployment, just because we just decided to go with it because it's like 1 base there and there. And unfortunately for me, being it's Purge the Alien, I brought many units that were made to hold objectives. So these Rippers and my Infiltrating Gene Stealers are probably going to die to them. But it'll be fun anyway. So if I can steal the initiative, they may live. And you can see Gord's got his Melt-A-Guys right there, Plasma right there, and the Bulgrin Stars of it.
Sure.
Bulgrin Star. Psychers and everyone over there. And for me, you can see all my Nids lined up along here. Warlord trait I got, it's Night Fighting, and you have Strachan, right?
Yeah, I have
So
Strachan, so he's
Warlord.
relentless. I guess for powers,
Oh yeah, you should too, your powers.
1 Primaris Psyker, I got Invisibility and Prescience,
Yeah.
which is awesome. He's in Strachan's unit. The Astropath got Terrify and Psychic Shriek. And the other Primaris has Prescience, Foreboding, and Misfortune.
Visibility.
He does
that guy.
Invisibility, yeah.
Alright, so see if I can steal the initiative. If not, it's Guard turn 1. Nah, 1.
You stole the initiative like the last
Yeah.
6 games on me.
So I can't complain. So we'll come back after Guard turn 1 and see if those Gene Stealers somehow work.
Okay, end of turn 1 for Astra Militarum. The Bulgrins and Strachan's unit all just moved up and then ran. I failed to get off any psychic powers. The The tech priest, I figured he's a tech priest, might as well go and hug that tank just in case. This Chimera shot in at that Carnifex. I didn't manage a wound on him. This Chimera shot in at the other Carnifex, and I managed a wound with both the Chimera and the contents. The Wyverns were the star of this turn, taking out 7 gargoyles and doing 1 wound on that lone Carnifex over there. The Manticore kind of dropped the ball. I went to shoot at where's his name? The Venom Thrope over here and behind the cover. I only rolled 1 for my blast and then scattered off 8 inches, so that was a bit of a fail. And then in this corner, way over here, we had the Chimera moved back a bit and my guardsmen piled out to shoot in at those gargoyles. I managed to kill off one of them, but they went to ground, so they're kind of stuck there for at least 1 more turn. So on to Tyranids Turn 1.
So end of Tyranids Turn 1, a bit of damage to the Astra. I killed, how many guys?
A lot.
I got 2 victory points from there.
Yeah, kill 1. 5 guys from that squad getting 2 victory points for killing the priest and the psyker.
So that was from the Hive Tyrant. The Hive Tyrant's up partly because he got onslaught from the Turbigon. The Hive Guard actually killed up the Chimera, getting first blood. These guys took, I think, 3 or 4 wounds.
4 wounds.
That was between the Carnifexes, the Gaunts, and the Turbigon. Turbigon spawned out 6 Gaunts, didn't roll double, so that was good. Everyone else just kind of moved forward. The Carnifex actually did 1 wound to Strachan. And the Gargoyles just spread out. And Gene Stealers are still over there. I was an inch away from getting Dominion off. So, pretty close. But anyway, moving into Astra Militarum Turn.
Okay, end of Astra Militarum Turn 2. Vendetta came on. He flew in over in this corner and shot up what's his name? Flyrant. Ended up doing 1 wound. Did not ground him. Manticore, you're gonna have to sit out for a bit. You failed again. Shot over at the Rippers. Got 3 blasts. Got 3 hits on the Rippers, 1 hit on the Venom Thrope, and 1 hit on the Turbigon. Against the Venom Thrope, rolled a 1 to wound. Against the Rippers, rolled 2 1s and a 4, which he passes 5 up cover save on to ID him. And then I did get a wound off on the Turbigon. The Wyverns, they shot in at the Rippers beforehand, but they scattered off miserably onto the Hive Guard and ended up doing 1 wound to them. Over here, this guy pulled up and shot in over at the Hasbroucks. I don't think he managed to do anything. These guys in the corner just kind of moved around a bit, shot more into the Gene Stealers. They went to ground again, so at least they can't assault me this turn unless he kind of synapses them back into action. These guys moved back here to take some more shots at the Flyrant. They didn't manage to do anything. Strachan's unit also shot up at the Flyrant and missed. The big all-stars here are, well, this guy here, he flamed and killed off a bunch of gargoyles. And then the Bulgren squad, I got misfortune off on the Tyrannofex that was once here, and then they assaulted in and just blew him up, ripped him to shreds. But they're probably going to be hurting next turn, so we'll see how that goes. That's what actually happened. So on to Tyranids Turn 2.
So on to Tyranids Turn 2. So over this way the Carnifex is fired in with everything around there and killed off I think 2 or 3 guys. 2 guys. Only 2. Yeah, and I injured that guy there is 1 wound, and I killed a priest, and he dealt out a wound to each Carnifex. The Harsprex took out that Chimera. I spawned
4 guys died in the explosion.
Alright, yeah, 4 guys died there. The Turbigon's still spawning, he got 11 guys there. And over this way, these Gaunts charge, actually lost the combat, they're out of Synapse, but I rolled double 1s. This Chimera here got taken out by the Hive Guard. Gene Stealers actually made the charge, wiped those guys out, and then ran back to hide there. Then the Hive Tyrant haywired and fired in with 1 of his Devourers and killed off 1 of them, and there's still a Wyvern there, still semi-operational.
Yeah.
And that's the end for Tyranids Turn 2, so moving to Astra Turn 3.
End of Astra Militarum Turn 3. So Vendetta flew over here, shot in at the Flyrant, managed to do 2 wounds. He's down to 1 wound, but I didn't manage to ground him. Wyvern here, fired up and over at the Venom Thrope. It ended up scattering over to the Gaunts, and I figured, you know what, or not the Gaunts, the Rippers, and then I just demolished them. Next, the Manticore fired in over at the big pile of Gaunts here. I managed to cut off, I think, 4 of them. These guys here shot in and finished off the Hasbroucks with a bit of help from orders from Strachan. Strachan's unit shot up and killed some of the Gaunts and then charged in, and they're stuck in combat with 1 left. Over here I managed to kill off one of the Carnifexes, but I did lose a Psyker and a Bogren. But we're still locked there. And over here, this one lone guy, he managed to win combat, and the Gaunts broke because they're out of synapse, and he's just chilling behind that Chimera. He wasn't fast enough to catch them. So on to Tyranids Turn 3.
On to Tyranids Turn 3, over this way. Strachan escaped the combat there, killing off that Gaunt, so that's a kill point for the guard.
Murder fisting him.
And then over here, the Venom Thrope came in and killed off 2 guys.
Killed off the Bogren with the Invol and the Beast.
And then the Carnifex whiffed, and they also got blinded by the Gargoyle.
And took a wound from that.
Yeah, and took a wound from it. And then he failed to kill the Venom Thrope, who had 1 wound left from the Priest. And over this way, between the spawn Gaunts, he's still not out spawning, so he's doing good. I killed off, I think, 4 of those guys, and they ran.
Yeah.
Over here, the Termagants killed the lone sergeant there. And back here, the Flyer flew back haywire and then used his shots. He's hiding behind the smoke there. And killed off the backfield artillery, but the Vendetta's still sitting pretty. So that's it for Tyranids Turn 3.
Okay, end of Astra Militarum Turn 4. So right over here, Vendetta switched down to hover mode, flew over here, took 3 shots at the Flyrant, got 2 hits and 2 wounds. Tyler jinked, but only made 1 save, so the Flyrant went down. These guys continued falling back. They took a pot shot at those Gaunts over there and didn't really do anything. Strachan and his medic moved up, fired at the Turbogon, and then assaulted, and he's down to 1 wound now. Strachan and his medic still running strong. And over here, the Bogren just kind of failed. The Carnifex ended up finishing him off, but he had 3 attacks on the Gargoyle, hit once, being blinded, and then wounded, but he made his 6-up armor save. So on to Tyranids Turn 4.
So end of Tyranids Turn 4. So in the middle here, as you can see, Strachan is gone, but so is my Turbogon. Killed off 4 of these guys. 5. And then these guys fled this way, so they're out of synapse, so they could fall back on my turn, which technically is a kill point. So we'll see what the Vendetta can do. There's still actually a lot of kill points floating around, but it's just that lowly Vendetta over there. So we'll see what he can do. Moving into Astra Turn 5. Folks, so after Turn 5, it was just the Vendetta left, so we just played out the whole rest of the game. It did go to Turn 7. He did kill my Zone Thrope. I passed all my instinctive behaviors across the table where it mattered for falling back units, and the Carnifex managed to finish him off with 1 glancing hit.
Yeah.
So we totaled it up. I had 17.
20.
Oh, 20.
Yeah.
He had 9. So the score is kind of misleading because when you look at the board, there's just like a lone kill point, 2 easy kill points there. There's 4 Gaunts, 2 Gaunts. Yeah, and 4 Gene Stealers who managed to survive the whole game.
Yeah.
So if you add all of them up, that's
just
one,
foolish
2,
things that the Manticore didn't want to kill for some
5.
reason.
Yeah.
I think the Manticore just was like Gene Stealer culted, and
yeah, that's what happened. And even the Carnifex was close to dying, so. So that was it for this game. Yeah, I think it was just simply due to
some bad scatters.
yeah, some bad scatters with the Manticore. And I had a really good first turn.
Yeah. Taking out Strachan's unit first. Plus, I had
The
6 independent characters, and invisibility didn't go off.
And I think Luke not having the invisibility was huge. My warriors just kind of sat back.
Yeah.
So who would your MVP be for you?
Probably the Bulgarins.
Yeah, they were.
Either Bulgarins or Stragan. Stragan did hit 2 kill points on his own. Literally on his own.
Yeah.
And then...
Yeah, I think the Bulgarins, I'd give it to them, but...
They kind of tore it up.
That gargoyle.
That gargoyle, frick's sake. The gargoyle and the venom throats.
Yeah, the venom throats. For me, I'd say the Fire by far.
Yeah.
He got me, I think, 6 of my victory. Yeah, probably. So he killed 1, 2. Then how many guys in Straken's unit?
He got 2 kill points from Straken's unit, a Chimera, 2 Wyverns, and the Manticore.
So yeah, he got 5 kill points on his own.
Yeah, plus First Blood.
Yeah, so 6 kill points, essentially, so
yeah,
he did a quarter of the work. So anyway, thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more Batrep. We got a Eldar and Tau Batrep. It's been a while since that. So stay tuned for that, and also more painting and hobby guides, and maybe some tutorials if I get around to it.
Yeah.
Basement Batreps here. We had a 1700 point game between Eldar and Dark Eldar versus Tau. Semi-competitive here, with my list anyway. We got a competitive Tau list over there. It's gonna be a wild game. Anyway, we have Crimson Hunter up there with Bright Lances, 2 Wave Serpents with Scatter Lasers, Shuriken Cannons, and Hollow Fields. And each side, each one will be a unit of 5 Dire Avengers. We got 3 Warwalkers here with Bright Lances on them. And I have a Farseer here. I rolled, for powers, I rolled on all Runes of Fate and got Guide, just as a Primaris, and Fortune, Death Mission, and... Yeah, Death Mission, and... What was the last one we got?
I don't remember.
Oh, Eldritch Storm, sweet. And I have an Autark here, Autark man, and a Arcan, so I can bring this Dark Eldar area. And to finish off the Eldar, we have a unit of 8 Warp Spiders. I have 2 units of Calbite Warriors. They're going to be inside the Venoms, and the Venoms have 2 Splinter Cannons. This Venom back here, actually no, this one right here, will have these Fire Dragons inside, so 5 Fire Dragons actually to finish off the Eldar. And we have a Ravager with 3 Disintegrators. So that's 1700 points of Eldar. Over to the Tau.
Okay, 1700 points of Tau. So first off, my Warlord is obviously Commander Farsight with his 7-man bodyguard unit. Each guy, there's 2 guys with 2 plasmas and target locks, 2 guys with 2 fusion blasters and target locks, and 2 guys with 2 missile pods and target locks. And then the middle guy there, who has the multi-spectrum suit, command controlled node, the Pure Tide Engram chip, and Neuroweb system jammer, and Vectro record thrusters.
Is there anything else he has? Or?
I think it's about it. For troops, I brought 2 squads of crew, both 10-man, give them the sniper rounds. And then for an elite, I have my Riptide with Ion Accelerator, Velocity Tracker, Stimulant Injector, and the twin-linked Fusion Blasters. And then I brought the Cadre Fireblade detachment, the formation, with 2 squads of 3 broadsides, all with high-yield missile pods and smart missile systems, and the early warning override, giving them interceptor, and another Riptide, kitted out the exact same as the other one, Ion Accelerator, the twin-linked Fusion Blaster, Velocity Tracker, and an injector. So that's 1,700 points of Tau. Okay guys, here we have it all set up. We're playing the Scouring with Hammer and Anvil deployment. I got my broadsides here, the Riptides both on, both squads recruit and the Fireside Bomb in reserve obviously. Over here we got some Warp Spiders behind there, 2 Wave Serpents, the one with the more so white on it has the Arkin and the other guy, that thing in it. We got the 2 Venoms right here. Swing over here, and we got our 3 Warwalkers and the Ravager. And in reserve is the Venom full of Fire Dragons and the Crimson Hunter. So I'm gonna see if I can steal the initiative because right now Corey has first turn. Oh yeah, we gotta flip this.
2.
1. 3. 4. All right, I like that one. 1, 2. All right, so let's see if I can steal the initiative. 1. Nope. Okay, so Eldar turn 1.
Alright, end of Dark Eldar turn 1. And what happened, the Wave Serpents kind of shifted around here. The Venoms moved from in back here in front of this building. The Warp Spiders got a good jump all the way out to there. And then I didn't roll, high enough roll on the run for Battle Focus to shoot at him. So they ran back, and then I rolled for a jump move, and I was going to go back here, but I got like a 3 or something like that, so I decided just to keep them there. They're going to get blasted next turn, that's cool. And over here, everything just kind of moved like slightly that way to get the broadsides that were right there in line, and they torched that unit, and that gave me first blood, so good first turn I guess, killing a unit of broadsides, can't complain. And the Farseer got Fortune and Guide off on the Warwalkers over there. So that's everything for... Oh, the Wave Serpent shot into the broadside as well on the roof. And, yeah, they didn't do anything really. 1 wound. On to Tau, used to saying Tyranid, Tau turn 1.
Okay, end of Tau turn 1. Both my Riptides got their Nova charges off, so they now have 3 up invols. He hopped up here, overcharged an accelerator and took out 4 Warp Spiders. They had a pretty bad scatter. And then he just jumped out here. This Riptide over here jumped out, overcharged, fired in at the Warwalkers. I managed to do 1 hull point, but yeah, I had 3 pens on him, but he saved 2 of them with his invol with the reroll from Guide. Then the missile pods from the broadsides all fired in at them and managed to get 5 pens and 4 glances off, and he saved basically just enough to have 1 guy left with 1 hull point. So on to Eldar turn 2. Oh yeah, he's also snap shooting. Eldar turn 2.
Alright, so end of Eldar turn 2, and happened the 2 Venoms that were right there kind of moved over this way a bit, taking aim up there at the broadsides. They both shot into the broadsides and failed to do anything. Actually, I think they might have killed 1. And the 2 Wave Serpents also both shot up at the broadsides, failed to do anything. He shot into the broadsides, failed to do anything.
And one of them killed 1.
I think it was a Venom. Was it a Venom?
It might have been Venom, yeah. And all the AP2 shooting.
Yeah. The Warwalker over there was snap shooting. He did not get to do anything.
Yeah.
These guys actually went over here and took 2 wounds off him somehow.
Yeah.
Just being
with the 3 up invol.
With the 3 up invol. That was all he could do. He was just tanking 2 up saves with the broadsides otherwise. The Farseer is now in the 2nd layer of that building, and he cast Fortune onto the Fire Dragon's Venom, and he took a wound from the dangerous test.
Yeah.
And the Crimson Hunter came on, and that Venom shot into this Riptide, and they didn't do anything. So a lot of not doing anything for Eldar turn 2. So we'll see if all those reserves over there come in and see what they can do.
Alright, so end of turn 2 for Tau. Farsight and his unit came on, and I'll talk about them in a bit. But over here, Kroot came on, they gunked up this Warwalker and took off his last hull point. These crew came on over here and made this Venom Jink. They did 2 hull points to it, but he jinked them both. Riptide here, Nova Charge, he has his 3-up invol again, and managed to get 1 hull point off on the Crimson Hunter, which is now also snap firing. Riptide over here jumped out. He failed his Nova Charge, but saved it with his, what's it called? Feel No Pain. Whiffed his shooting at the 4 spiders, and then hit with the Fusion Blaster to kill 1. These guys here snap fired over at the Ravager and took off 2 hull points, making it also snap fire. And then these guys deep struck in. All 4 of my Fusion Blasters missed, even though being twin linked. And then with all the rest of their shooting, they were able to glance that Wave Serpent to death and take 2 hull points off the other ones. And then you got a nice 10-inch jump back here. So on to Eldar Turn 3.
Alright, end of Eldar Turn 3, and we're going to call it a game now. Gordy has to head out, so I'm just going to do this recap. And so what happened, the Wave Serpent got wrecked because of some guy in there that made him get hot.
The Neurowarp System Jammer.
Yeah,
there was only 1 die. You had a 2 and you tried to reroll it. Snapfire and you got a 1.
Yeah, I rerolled from Twin Linked, and yeah. But I shot up there and I got a wound in on him with 3 shots, so
yeah.
Whatever. Anyway, so these guys came out and snapshot into the unit, the Fireside's unit. Didn't do anything. These guys came around doing a little bit of coming from the rear there. They shot in, and I think they did maybe 2 wounds to him. And the Fireseer, just being super brave and awesome, came down here and charged into Fireside's unit during the assault phase. And he didn't do anything to them at all. And then they did 1 wound back to him. And then they hit and ran, and they're way that way.
Yeah.
And the Ravager there shot at Snapshot, and I think it missed with all of them. Or no, I got 3 hits, and then I rolled 1s to wound. Over here, the Fire Dragons, who are on the other side of this building, they came up. There's their Venom right there. They hopped out of the Venom, they battle focused up, and shot into the Fireside Bomb, and I think they killed 3 of them. These 2 Venoms right here shot up into the broadsides that were up on top of the castle sort of thing there, and took out a broadside, so that was good. And these crazy guys back here, I jumped out here, shot into there, and here, there, everywhere, and didn't do anything. And I believe that is everything. Oh, the Crimson Hunter snapshot into the broadside as well, and didn't hit. So, anyway, we'll be back later.
Good game.
Good game. Fun game. I like this DE list, the Dark Elder list.
Yeah,
with the Elder. It's fun.
This tile list is pretty strong.
Yeah. I like the Fireside Bomb. It seems like it'd be fun to play.
If it didn't whiff, it would have been a lot better, but...
Yeah, it's true. He came down and just whiffed everything.
Melted.
All these things probably should have been dead.
Yeah.
Earlier. But anyway, we'll be back later with some more bat reps and perhaps some painting videos, etc., etc. And I hope you guys enjoyed it, and come back.